Hi guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation and the hydrating formula, not the matte, because my skin's been really dry lately and I didn't want to give it a chance to emphasize my dry patches. Ooh, how do you do this? Hold on. Okay, so this is what the foundation bottle looks like. It looks mostly exactly like the actual Tarte Shape Tape concealer, just in like a thicker bottle. And I just took it out of the package. The packaging's okay. It's not like the cutest, but it's not ugly either. So first I just want to read y'all some of the reviews, but I know that's, what it's supposed to do. Damn it.
Description.
Huh?
Description.
It's not. It's details.
Description.
Should I say that?
The product description.
Okay. No, claims.
Sure.
Claims. So first I just want to read y'all some of the claims that the product is supposed to do, just so we can make sure that we're not like having too high of expectations for something it's not even claiming to do. It's supposed to have a luminous finish gel foundation featuring really high coverage, and my skin is supposed to look really smooth, and it's supposed to be oil-free hydration, so it's supposed to make my face look hydrated and not oily. Skin smoothing, weightless, continuously hydrating, keeping plump skin, refining pores, no creasing, caking, or fading for 12 hours. Thank you. So we're definitely going to test that out because I have work today for 9 and I'm doing this video a couple hours before work, so that'll be around 12, and I'll check in once I'm done working and we can see if there's any creasing or fading or pores showing. It's a pretty discussed topic that this foundation didn't have a very wide shade range, and I heard that they're working on it. They just wanted to perfect the darker colors before they release them so that it wasn't like a waste of their money and your money and everything else. So I still thought I'd do a review just so that y'all can see if it's even worth buying once they do release those darker shades. They also didn't have this in stores, so when I had to buy it online, I wasn't sure if it was going to be my shade or not. So we're going to pray that this turns out okay because I'm not taking this off before I go to work. Okay, so first I'm just going to hydrate my face with my usual Nerium hydrating, and I've already hydrated it this morning, but it's like feeling extra dry, so I'm going to do it again. Which is also why I'm glad I bought the hydrating one, because if I would have bought the matte one, my face would not be liking it very much. So there's not going to be any primer under this. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on my face like I do with all my other foundations, and we're going to see if it matches and if it looks good. I'm going to take the thick thing and put it on the outer part like I usually do, and I'm not sure if it dries fast. I'm pretty sure it won't because that's more of like things matte foundations do, but let's see if this is my color. Oh dude, Lexi, I think I did good.
I can't see. Dang. It's
So
like
I picked the right color. I know, right? Well, with all the options I had, I should have. So the foundation is all around the edger part. Should I put it under my eyes?
Yeah, it's the way to test coverage.
I'm gonna put it under my eye just because I don't have any acne or anything to really test the coverage of the foundation, so I'm gonna test it under my under eye blackness. And I'm gonna be mixing it with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer just to give it that lighter color. Ooh, it looks good.
Can't see.
Come close. We're getting a second opinion.
Your light. Oh wow. That looks.
This looks good.
It looks like your skin.
Really?
Yeah. Now I want to see how it looks on your nose.
It definitely decreased my pore size, which has never happened. Huh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna highlight all the rest of my face areas. The only problem I've had so far is that I literally have the littlest pimple right here on my cheek, and I don't think you could see it before I put makeup on at all, especially in camera, but I don't think you could see it at all. And now that I put makeup on, it's kind of obvious that it's there. So I'm going to try and put a little extra and see. It's not the color as much as it is the, it like emphasizes the fact that there's a bump there. Okay, well, I've given up on trying to make a straight line down my nose. If you can't tell. Oh, look how red my face is where I didn't put it on.
Embarrassed?
No, it's because I was laughing.
My face does that too.
It definitely works with covering redness. I'm also testing the foundation right here in my smile lines to really test the creasing aspect of it. I really like the way it looks all over my face, especially on my pores. Like, I'm never happy with the way things look on my pores, and I really am. I just hate how like the smallest pimple on my face is like really emphasized because of it.
Casper's lonely.
It's ugly. So if you do have a lot of bumps on your face, I'm not sure how well it would work with that. I can try it on my sister.
Right now?
Yes. So my face is set with powder, and my pores look about the same as they do with my Too Faced foundation. Like, it doesn't look as good as it did before I set it with powder, but I have to set it with powder. It's like not an option for me. We're gonna test it on my sister because I didn't want people who don't have clear skin to not get anything out of this video. So I'm gonna put this foundation on my sister and see if it works on covering her redness and acne. Okay, so that's one layer of the foundation. I think it looks way better than it did before. But we're going to try a second layer and test if it's as buildable as it claims to be. Okay. Let that one dry.
Is it?
Look at me, Alexis. Hi, Casper. So on her face, it covered some of the color. It's not full coverage, definitely. Like, her darker spots are still like showing through, and in person the texture looks pretty good, but I'm gonna try a third layer just to see if it'll work. Okay, so I would not do 3 layers. It's starting to look a little cakey, and it did not cover well on her really dark spots. Like, obviously it looks better than it did before, and it covered for the most part her like light spots, but you can still see under her skin. Not as bad though. I can't tell. What do you think, Alexis?
Looks like literally every other foundation.
So Alexis thinks there's nothing special about it. I agree. Like, I think other foundations do it just the same, and if you add the translucent powder to the foundations, then it works. It covers them just perfectly fine, so there's no point in buying this foundation when it doesn't even do its full coverage buildable without getting cakey thing like it says it does.
Okay.
But on somebody who doesn't have that much to cover, like it covered my under circles perfectly fine, but on my one little pimple, you can tell it's there, like it didn't do a good job of smoothing it out or anything. And to me, it pretty much looks exactly like my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Ew, you guys, so nasty. But so far, I don't know if it's just because I haven't smiled. I really don't know, but I don't have any creases at all, which is a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and try the rest of my face makeup on it, and I'll tell you how it goes. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look with the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. It's been on my face, I would say, for about an hour, and so far there's no creases. It looks the exact same as when I put it on. My face does look very hydrated. It doesn't look super dry or like cakey or anything. The only problem is still that little dot right there, but that's obviously not going to go away. It didn't even go away when I first put the foundation on. So yeah, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to check in. If I get a break, I'm going to check in during my break. And then when I get home, it will have been around 10, 11 hours. And so I'll let y'all know how the foundation looks. I am going to touch up just because I always touch up with my foundations. It's never not going to break right here. And so I'm going to touch up like I usually do. And we'll see how it goes. Because I know I'm going to be too lazy to do it tonight, I'm going to go ahead and make the outro now. Thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate it a lot. If you would subscribe and like it, then that would be even better. I'm on break at work. It's been 6 hours since I put the foundation on, and it's still covering everything. You can't even see my pimple that much anymore. Sorry, I'm looking as I'm going. My little mirror. Barely any creasing, like in my main creases, yeah, but right here where it would normally crease really bad with the no creases, foundation is doing perfect. So it is now 1 o'clock in the morning. I've gone through a long time of wearing this foundation, almost like 12-13 hours, and let me look in my mirror. Thing looks really perfect. I do have a little bit of crease, but like barely anything, and my pimples pretty much disappeared. Everything's still in place where I want it to be. I would rate this foundation a 9 out of 10 just because I'm saving the 10 for the most perfect foundation that I haven't discovered yet, because I know one day I will. But this one stayed on all day, as long as it said it would anyways, and I have no complaints. And it was $39, so it was about the same price as my other favorite, Too Faced Born This Way, so it's pretty tied, and I love the way it matches my skin perfectly. And I'm exhausted. I've been awake for 15 hours. I'm going to go to sleep. Thank you guys for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you get a good review on it, and good night.